go through and create another franchise, and this time I'm going to choose the player selection, which is something we can do, and we will see just how different it is from the role of an owner.
Franchise.
So I'm going to go to franchise, I'm going to press A,
Cloud.
I'm going to go to offline. Pressing A on offline.
Entering offline franchise screen undefined. Create a new franchise.
I'm going to create a new franchise.
Offline franchise, you have two options. Use preseason roster.
I'm going to use preseason roster because the real season roster is not ready yet.
Select the team you want to join.
Your team screen,
and let's do,
let's
just do the Titans.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
Use custom coach. Change role.
We're going to change role, and we're going to select player this time.
Owner. Player. Entering. Select one screen. Two options. Create player.
Create player. That's something we can try, and perhaps in a later tutorial we will do that.
Active player.
Let's do an active player.
Entering, select a player screen, 3 rows, 31 columns, left filter, right filter to be undefined. HD selected. Named Henry. Named Lewis. Entering, customize screen, start playing is selected.
Okay, I selected Dion Lewis. And in order to bring up the filters, you hold down either right trigger or left trigger, and that is R2 or L2 on the PS4, and you will use the left stick to navigate up and down. Well, I've set everything I can. I'm going to select Start Playing. And we're going to go into a game and just see how this works.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Play preseason. Start weekly training. Play preseason games. Entering training pop-up. You have not yet done your training for the week. Advance week.
And I want to
play preseason game is entering warning pop. Yes. No.
Whoops, I want to go over because
team my player is selected. Edit player. My goals. My team.
My goals. And now we have player things, so I can set
my goals.
My team, my players' goals.
Entering my goals screen. Game day goals. Start fast. 50 rush yards. XP reward. 50 is selected.
And that's my goal for today. And
entering franchise hub screen. My goals. League news. Options, settings, things to do. You
and
have
literally
to play advance week.
I can play or advance. That's
play
all I can do.
Game is selected.
Everything else is going to be handled by the computer. So let's see how this works.
Entering
I'm going to
training pop-up. You
just
have
tell
not
it
yet
to
done
skip
your training
to simulate it.
What would you like to do? Start training.
Wait, I don't want to start training. Is it going to automatically load me into training?
All right, get moving, man. I don't
yeah,
want to
it
see
is.
anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Matt, blue 18, flag on! Stop, blue 18. Blue 18.
Yeah, this is literally
entering practice screen. Resume. Restart. Quit.
We're gonna quit.
Entering. Quit. Yes, exit to menu.
And I do apologize for that, folks. We are gonna quit and we are gonna go into a game. There really isn't much here that we can do. We can edit this player and
entering franchise hub screen.
I guess there would be more to it if we created a player.
Play preseason game is selected.
But let's go look at this really quickly and see how this works.
Skip simulate training. Entering team select screen. The Philadelphia Eagles. Ready.
And of course the Philadelphia Eagles are my starting point. And you know what's awesome about this though is that we can play all of the games as a player now. We don't have to do any of the other things that coach or owner lets you do. And by the way, your default starting role is coach. And the only thing that's missing out of coach, I'm not going to do a coach role because the only thing that's missing out of there is the owner section. And owner, we're going to cover all of that. So
Mariota and the Tennessee Titans as they take on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up.
Let's see
and
what
ready
we've
to
got
play.
here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
okay, it brings up the Super Sim. And it's moved to us having the ball.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about
yeah,
it.
I am still calling the plays, and I am
as
still...
we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Yeah, this is literally
consecutive
just...
plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on
this
arrogance now. That's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And it's only letting me do...
Now Lewis here on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Plays that involve my player.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's Lewis, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Taywan Taylor.
Yeah, I don't control any of this. I don't control anything.
And the Titans have taken...
And it skips, and we're going to come back. It's just fast forwarding to when we get the ball.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl.
Yeah, so you see how quick these games go. We didn't win this.
They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this...
But you see how quick it is, and there's really nothing you can do. You don't really have a lot of say into how this works. Player is,
Entering
again, if you
XP
want something
feedback
quick,
screen, you have to enter.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select
Advance
Advance Week to get to your next game.
Advance week.
and I had some
Things to
XP
do, you have
feedback,
two
but I didn't
options.
read it.
Next week is selected.
So you do get XP feedback, and that is important. But I'm going to go ahead and go and delete this.
Play preseason game. Start weekly training.
I'm going to go ahead
Entering.
and
Yes.
exit this franchise and delete it. And that will conclude today's Daily Blitz. It was
Entering
just
main
setting up a
menu
different
screen,
role.
Superstar franchise.
And the next
Franchise
Daily
pop-up
Blitz
menu, you have
is
three
not going to be the
options.
coach
Continue
role.
playing is
The
selected.
next Daily Blitz is going to be configuring. Remember that franchise that we made? We're going to set it up, and we're going to go through, and this one will be a longer one. We're going to set it up. We're going to look at the game options. That'll be the next Daily Blitz, is looking at the game options. And then the one after that will be setting up your franchise.
Cloud. Offline.
So again, thank you for joining us. This is Vol for Life 8657, signing off.